There it goes.
Oh, there he is. Well, why wait? Let's just get right to him, right?
Yeah.
Nice to have him back. Got a nice note from his sister.
I know.
Yeah.
She's sweet.
Nice. Yeah. Glen Ellen's finest. Hi, Sean.
Hey,
What's going on?
is that the Tonight Show music?
Yeah, it's actually Conan. The old Conan music.
Oh, Conan, right.
Yeah, I felt like it was appropriate to bring into
That's
that.
the Tonight Show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Are you all right with it? You like it or not?
I prefer it.
Oh, good. I was going to say, is there any other music you'd prefer?
No, you nailed it. Get out of my head.
That's what we're trying to do. We were just talking, actually, while you were on hold, about Grimm tonight on NBC, because I keep seeing the promos, and it's a disturbing thing watching that one girl's face turn into that zombie face.
Yeah, everybody really responds to that. That's awesome. It's a really, really great show. It's a 1-hour cop procedural based on the Grimm fairy tales. So what we're saying is all the Grimm fairy tales actually happen and are true. All those things we grew up on, Little Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, Hansel and Gretel, all those really famous. There's over 200 of them. It's really cool.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
So did I read that this was your initial idea for the show?
Yeah, Todd Milliner and I, Todd's my producing partner. We started a company about 8 years ago, and we also produced Hot in Cleveland with Betty White. But this is our second show to get on the air, and we've had this idea for about 7 years. We were actually literally thinking, what is public domain? What don't we have to pay for? And we thought of the Grimm fairy tales, and really the idea just came from one line: what if the Grimm fairy tales were true? Because they're incredibly gruesome, horrific stories, and people die in them. We're like, why hasn't anybody told these how they were written rather than the Disney versions, that we all grew up on?
Now, I always find it interesting when you hear people say, so, we came up with this idea for this series, and when you did, and you described how you did, but is it done something like you're out to dinner and all of a sudden you just throw that out, hey, or are you having drinks, or you're like at a movie, or you're at a Starbucks, and it just all of a sudden this brainstorm hits you?
Well, this is the weird part. Todd Milliner, my producing partner, he literally was in the shower at his apartment, and he thought of it, and then got out and called me, and I was like, holy crap, that's a genius idea. Why hasn't anybody done this?
Right. Some of the greatest brainstorms.
Just sitting there, these stories are, 200 years old.
Right.
So what's the story we're going to see tonight?
It's the pilot, the first episode, is a fractured version of Little Red Riding Hood. So we're saying the Big Bad Wolf is actually a United States Postal Service carrier. And and he abducts girls in red hoodies.
Oh, wow.
So it's really like the Little Red Riding Hood has come to life in a dark and twisted way.
And then you realize our lead character, the character's name is Nick Burkhart, played by David Gentoli. And Nick is one of the last living descendants of the Brothers Grimm, and he holds the power to see these creatures for who they really are, and he's the only one who can stop them.
Ooh.
Now, when you executive produce something like this, and I know a lot of people, and myself included, have always wondered, what exactly does that mean, Sean? Does that mean you show up, you're involved in it, or you just throw ideas at them, you give them notes, or you just take a huge check and go home? What happens?
I sit by the phone and wait for it to ring. No, no. Being a producer just means your opinion matters. That's all. Yes, you're involved with every single decision made along the way, and the work that it takes to hire all of the people to create the big fat machine of running a TV show. So we hire the writers, the other producers, the directors, the wardrobe, the hair and makeup. Goes on and on and on and on and on. And so you kind of assemble the team, and then you lobby just like you would in Washington to get your television show on the air. And it's a lot of work, but it's very rewarding.
So you do all of this work now with Grimm behind the camera. Are you getting in front of it again? I know Three Stooges, right?
Yeah, the Farrelly Brothers, The Three Stooges, is coming out in April, I think. It's not for a while, but that's that. And then I'm working on a TV show, possibly of my own, to come back to TV.
Oh, really?
Oh, what kind of TV show? Can you give us any details?
I will next time we talk. I'm not allowed right now.
Oh.
You hear?
If you can Google it.
All right.
Oh.
And do you hear from any of the old Will and Grace cast? You know, they always say, oh, we're going to remain friends forever and have lunch and do all that stuff. Or is that the second it was over, it was like, poof, everybody went to their own separate corners?
Oh, they're here now. They slept over last night.
Oh, that's great. That's nice.
No, no, we still talk. We, email, phone calls. We root for each other. It's a great thing. I mean, they're great guys.
Are you ever coming back to town? I know you make it back occasionally. You sneak in and you sneak out of town, right?
Yeah, no, I what, are you watching me or
Well,
something?
maybe a little bit. Maybe I'm on to you.
Yeah, we know.
You might be a Grimm character.
Right.
No, I'll be back and forth for the rest of my life. That's where I'm from, and Chicago's the best city in the world.
Yeah, and you got family here. So what's the thing you look forward to most when you come home?
First of all, you guys.
All right,
Whatever.
all right, here we go. All right. It is getting deep now.
Mostly friends and family and the food in Chicago. I really do miss a lot of the food. Food is the best thing. There's no better food.
So when you land at O'Hare, the first thing you do is you call your family and say, listen, I'm on my way, but I've got to stop and see Eric and Kathy first. And then I'm not even going to eat.
Exactly.
I'm going straight. I'm not even eating.
They understand that. They have Portillo's waiting, and I'm all set.
That's
Yep.
perfect.
We're
All right,
ready.
well, we can't wait. Grimm tonight on NBC. I hope it's a huge success for you. Can't wait for the Three Stooges, and we'll keep an eye out for you when you sneak back in town because we're on to you.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for the support. I appreciate it.
Good
Thanks,
talking to you. Thanks, Sean. Sean Hayes.